Hello guys, welcome back to my Roomsgame tutorial. In today's video we'll probably do something like closet checkers and breakers and tables also. But first I'm going to do something first. I'm going to copy this and paste it back into ints and call this int_template, which I will update with all of the new things instead of risking destroying one of my very own ints. We can test things on this int template, and we can just going to set everything white so we know it's a template and not its own entity. And I might give it a temporary texture from my asset manager, but maybe not. Who knows? What shall I use? I know I have one in here somewhere. It's in here somewhere. Sorry. Oh, here it is. Temp copy ID. Oh wait, no. Is it copy ID? Yeah, it's copy ID. And paste it in. So now here's our temporary little thing. And actually, before I should have done all this, I should have actually done this. Select all of the sounds, turn playing off, so we can enable them in the entity script, in the entity handle. And it is just as simple as, I'm going to actually move this down here, so where it's beginning the code, so right here, int spawn play, and then maybe after the test.waits, no, int ambient play sound play. And then, just in case if for some reason the entity does not have a spawn, I'm going to put that in a not a variable, a if loop. If int find first child spawn, then we'll play it. And then, since hopefully all the entities should have the same script, you can just copy it from your A10 and paste it into A60. And do the same thing for the temporary and temporary. Then we can set your speed like 1 room per second, and maybe your spawn cooldown and despawn cooldown to like 5, and your room spawn also to 5. So yeah, I'm gonna get first we're going to do tables, and I'm gonna try to do something that other rooms games usually don't do, which is make the table match the shape it was scaled to. For example, if I grab, first let me just make the table first. So you're going to take your locker model, you're going to paste it in workspace, and did I really put that at 0, 0? Oh no, it's close now. We're going to change this. First of all, we're going to get rid of CL door open and CL door close. We're going to set its in position to out position, or actually, we're going to set in positions to out positions. So, yeah, you'll understand later. We're going to shrink down the primary. We're going to delete CL door and locker body. We're going to duplicate the pry, set everything as if it was a default part, except that we want it anchored. Set color to maybe wheat, and set material to wood. There's a lot of wood things, except I don't like that color. It is too light, so I'm going to drop to cork. Wow, that's much better. And then I'm going to duplicate this, and I'm going to name this top. I'm going to duplicate this 4 times. Set it to a scale of like 0.25, maybe. No, 0.5. I'm going to leave these here and name them L1, L2, L3, and L4. And then I'm going to go into the height script and remove these things, remove the tweens, and then remove all of these and set its delay to 0 and remove the test out weights. And that should be it. Oops, I meant to go into test here. And I'm going to change the sounds later because I do not have my headphones on because they are charging. And what did I miss? Oh yeah, I forgot to remove CL door from here. So yeah. It works pretty good. Except that when you get into the locker, you are not facing the right way. And I wonder why. Why? That is so weird. Why? Oh, I think I know a solution to this. First of all, tables have 2 special things. They put you in 3rd person automatically, and they play an animation. Which, yeah. So we can do PLR dot, it's something like, max distance or something. It's something like starter player, yeah, starter player. Camera. Camera min zoom axis, maybe? Camera min zoom distance equals, we'll just say 5. And that goes on locker open, or should be locker get into. And then the same, but 0.5 for locker close or locker get out, I think should work hopefully. So if I do that and move over here, it snaps me over there. But if I do it, it snaps. Yep, except that way. And then we're going to make a animation. Now before we do this, I'm going to choose to animate in R15. But if we want all the animations to play for everybody, they all need to be R15, and I can show you how to do it. You go to Avatar, Settings, these three dots up here, and we're going to select R15 only, which I've already selected. And maybe it's a default now, but we're going to click this animation window, and we're going to drag it to the top, and it says select the rig to animate with, and so I'm going to add a rig. And if it appears broken like this, you just unhide and then hide it again. And then I'm going to get out of animation mode. I'm going to get its out position and out orientation and copy it into the rig. -0. Except not in the rig thing. We're going to want it to do it in humanoid root part. So, yeah, there. It might be clipping into the ground in there, but that's how low the table is, so we can just... No, it's okay, my avatar is tall. Weird. I'm going to create new, and we're gonna call it, like, T-Lab Hide. And then first, we're going to want to, in like 0.2 seconds, we're probably going to want the player to first of all, move. Let me add all of them real quick. Add all body. So, lower torso, we're going to want you to move and grab the side of the table for balance, I think. So, and then we're going to want you to rotate and move also. Move. We still want you to be grabbing the table, so I should have chose like bare bone rig or whatever it's called. That is not the right part. We're going to get you and move you like here or something, and move you forward maybe, so you are grabbing the ground, and then maybe rotate the legs back. Where's your foot? Oh well. And then we're probably going to want to do that after a bit, and then maybe here, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, yeah. Maybe here we're going to want you to rotate, maybe, move, wow, lower torso is kind of weird, rotate, and then we're going to re-rotate this, And then we're going to maybe re-rotate these like this maybe. And then have your arm go down to here. Bring you down. I should turn off snap to grid or whatever. Down and then back and then up a bit. And then in final position I should drag you here. I should turn off snap rotate or whatever also. Turn it off. Rotate you here maybe. Yeah, like that. Move you up so you are not clipping through the ground and have the head rotate up. So something like this maybe, but a little bit faster. Except I should maybe have that hand follow through instead of moving down. I should have it move down right when it is finished. So something like this maybe. And then I'm going to publish to Roblox. I'm going to call this TLab Hide. I'm going to set the creative name. I'm going to upload that and copy the ID first, close, get out of this, delete the rig, and I'm going to quick add a animation under hide before I lose this and paste it and call it hide under. So first of all, I'm going to search up how to play animation because I do not have it memorized down. How to play animation in Roblox Studio. And then user animate. I recommend the documentations or debug things because they usually are the ones to help. Yeah, we need to get humanoid and animator and then load them in. Yeah, animator load animation, so we're going to make a variable called that is not the thing, go away, dumbass AI. I'm going to have local equal char find first child, which is a humanoid, and local Annie, which is going to equal char dot find first child, which is a animator. And it's actually going to come from humanoid, I think, if I'm correct. Yeah, it's going to be hum, or hum, or whatever. And we're going to, up here, but anyway, we're just going to say local hide and, yeah, hide and equals script dot hide under which is going to be an animation. And then we're going to do Annie dot load. Wait, let me see. Yeah. Annie dot load. Do I need to go animator maybe? Load animation. Might as well, since we're doing that set, give this humanoid. And then, hide Annie. Hide Annie. And then we're going to want to set that to a variable called, let's just local track equals Annie dot load animation hide Annie, and first track dot priority is going to be enum dot priority type dot the highest, that is animation priority, not priority type. Like that's going to be action 4, which is the highest priority. And then we're going to when enter plays, we're going to track play. And it should work, I think. The problem is it will bounce back up, so we are going to add another rig in. Going to open the animation editor, and hopefully it should have remembered the animation, which it has not, which is unfortunate. That is a shame, except maybe if it should remember it. I don't know why it's not remembering it. It has all the things in here to remember it. That's weird. Maybe. That's weird. It has everything in here. Maybe it's searching. Yeah, it probably wants the same rig, but I'm actually, if we encounter this bug again, there is a simple fix, which is to I'm just going to delete this rig, insert a new one of my avatar, set its position to N. Oh shoot, did I mistype? Oh no. No, that's just this. And then I'm going to set its humanoid root part to this position. I'm going to name this rig 2. And then I'm going to open up the animation, and hopefully down here it should make one called rig 2, and I'm just going to drag this into here, and hopefully it does something. And yes, it appears that I have my animation back. Water relief, and then I'm going to drag everything on top of each other. And I am going to save this as a new one called T-Lab High Idle. I'm going to publish to Roblox, and I'm going to copy the ID, and I'm going to delete the rig. I'm going to not copy and paste, but duplicate this animation and paste the ID into here, and we'll call it hide under idle. We are also going to do the same thing and hide Annie, paste it, and we're going to call it hide Annie idle. And we're going to do hide under idle for that one, and then we're going to copy this and change it to track idle and idle. Then we're going to go in here and change hide Annie to hide Annie idle, and then we're going to do track idle play, and we're going to set its track idle play priority to action 3. So yeah, I think it works that way. That way, we're going to go in here, we're going to hide, and we're still going to be hidden. Except I am levitating. So I should go here, select in and out, which are not in the same position. Actually, no, that's just the thing. I'm going to move these down. So hopefully I hide, and if it's a little bit too down, I'm going to drag you back up. And then I'm going to hide. And hopefully I'm going to change that text from locker to table. The object text, we're going to change that to table. Now, the problem is that when we hide in the table, and when we unhide, there's no animation change. Yeah. And we need to figure out how to do that. So, yeah. Let's just scroll down. And there's no documentation about it. Let's just type in how to stop animation in Roblox Studio. And let's just try this. Actually, let's figure out how to reverse. Reverse an animation. And this is it. Just set track adjustment speed to -1, and that's it. So we're going to copy all of this. We're going to paste this here, and we only care about track for this one, so we're going to remove track.idle from here. Hopefully I'm recording. I am fortunately recording. And then we're going to track to play and track dot pull. What was it again? Oh yeah, adjust speed should be -1. Adjust speed should be -1, and hopefully this works. And it'll probably not revert the animation, but it will reverse it. So we hide. That did not work. Oh, it did work. It was just that we need to stop playing track idle. So, yeah, how to undo animation. How to stop, since it is giving us answers not relevant to our thing. So it should be hopefully just animation not stop, but my experience says otherwise. We're going to recopy, repaste, and do track idle stop. And hopefully that is it. So I hide, plays the animation, and I hide, and it does not stop the animation. Why is this happening? I do not know. There's a get player animation track. So instead of track and lock or close, instead of track dot idle, equaling Annie dot load animation, it should equal Annie dot what was it again? Get playing animation tracks. Maybe. Except it needs to be in a for loop. Except that get playing animation tracks, yeah. We'll set this to a function actually called find Annie playing, and we'll give it the argument hide Annie idle. Then we're going to go up here and make a function called find Annie playing, and we're going to have in it a string, which I'm just going to call str. That's going to be string, and we can do for, except we need the player argument also, pl for player. We can do this, we can copy all of this, we can paste it into here and do for I, x and my pairs Annie get and should we get animations playing or something like that? Oh yeah, get playing animation tracks. And then we could do that, and if x dot name equals, we're going to first set x to a animation, I think. Maybe. If x dot names equals str, then except that needs to be double equal, and then x dot start maybe, and you're going to change that to animation track stop maybe, or something along those lines. And we're going to give PLR to that also, and hopefully it works. And something it attempted to index now was stop. Did what I did. Oh. Did I give it PLR? I know, it's just that I did not. Where's the function? Where did I put that function? Yeah, I put it here for some reason when I should not set it to variable and put it down here. Here. And we're going to save that to Roblox. And then now hopefully it should work. Except it has not. Why? That's because it's hide under. I don't not hide. Or not hide any under. I mean that's weird. So I'm going to actually move this up here maybe? Maybe something like this. So it seems to bounce naturally, so maybe we do not need this track shenanigans. Maybe something like this will work. That is because it does not exist and cannot place, but we don't actually need that, so we can just comment it out. And hopefully it should work. And yes, it does. Anyways, time for the easier part, if you are good at math. So basically, what my idea was to, first of all, let me copy this. Let me get the rooms out. Let me paste into here, I think. No, you go to deco. Then we're going to call you T-Lab for table. And if you've been in this community for the Roomsgame community, you'll understand the reference. And I'm going to that to 0.5, and I'm going to Alt and then grab it. So hold Alt and then grab it, and then I'm going to drag it into here. I'm going to copy this delete me so I know where the front is, and I'm going to paste that into here. So basically, my idea is to have tables be able to normally spawn like how they would normally look, but also can spawn to something like this without having to make a separate model. And maybe something like this if you are really feeling like it. And that is it. So I'm just going to drag this back so I do not forget. And let me explain how I'm going to do that using the best drawing software in the world, Paint. So basically, we're going to have a table. Imagine this is the table. And let's just make this the front. And we want to move these 4 legs to their corners and move these 4 sides to their corner. And let's just say that this is the initial shape. So we're going to want to bring this over here and this over here, which we can achieve by setting to this size to this side. Same thing for this side and this side. So let's say we've done that and this is the table. But the problem is, where do we know where to put the legs? So basically, we're going to split this into half, and this is going to be the center of our origin. So this will equal x over 2, x over 2. And these are all congruent. And same thing with this. These are going to be y over 2, or I should say height over 2. So to get this one to this corner, we're going to have to subtract width over 2. Let me just fix myself real quick. We're going to subtract width over 2. We're going to subtract that, and then add height over 2. And then for this one, for example, we're going to add width over 2 and add height over 2. And this is pretty simple math, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, that's basically what we're going to do in code. So first of all, oh shoot, yeah, I forgot to change the sound. Hopefully all that math doesn't leave your mind while you search your sounds, and so yeah. Let me, turn on my headphones. Excuse me. But, a problem with the method I just showed you is that it's going to put the legs center at that position when we want the legs outer edge there, and we can just simply remedying that by doing the opposite, but with, instead of the tables within length, we'll do the legs within length, which we know is 0.5. So we can just add or subtract 0.25. I think. Yeah, the math checks out, I'm pretty sure. So I'm going to have a sound. We're going to go to sound, and we're going to search up, go to audio, search up table, maybe. Um, I need to turn on my headphones. My bad. It's gonna take a minute. What is the song? Maybe something like wood, since it is wooden. Maybe it's like something like this wooden crate sound. And then wood hit for the destroy sound. Because we don't want tables making locker sounds, would we? Maybe something like this, but slow down a little bit. 0.8 maybe? Yeah, that's good. And then anyways, we can rename this locker to table and drag it into objects and then hiding spots. And then we can go to Roomsgame and let's just copy this one. We can copy it, and if x.name is tlab, we can duplicate a table layer. And then first of all, in dot fry, no, it's something like top dot top equals n dot top dot size equals vector3 dot new x dot size. X. Yeah, x is a part. X dot size dot x dot x comma 1 comma x dot size dot z. And then I'm going to test that really quick. Tester Sylvester. And why is you are a capital X when you should be a lowercase x? And this room gen, there should actually be like maybe 0. Actually, we're just going to do n dot top dot size dot y, maybe. Yeah, that's it. And then we can do n dot l1 dot position. Oh, gotta say hi to my dad. Be right back. Hopefully you can figure out the math yourself. I am back, and hopefully you have figured out the math. But anyways, m dot l1 dot position will equal a vector 3 of, let's just say, n dot width, n dot top dot width. I'm actually going to put n dot top in its own variable. We're going to call it top equals n dot top. And instead of n dot top dot size, we can do top dot size, and then top dot. No, it should not be equal. It should be plus equals. Top dot size dot x divided by 2, and let's just say x dot size dot y, and then no, that's position. X dot position position dot y, and then negative top dot size dot z, for something like that. And then to counter this, to counter some of this, we can, to make sure that it's snapped to the grid, we can subtract by 0.25, which is half of n dot L1. So, and I don't feel like typing that out. And for the negative, we can add n dot, 0.25, and hopefully it should work. Oh. What went wrong? I noticed that. And top appears to be already taken, so we'll just add another P. So instead of top, it's top Y. So yeah. Oh, no, that was not the problem. It was the problem that it was, not, local, I hope so, local top. What do you mean? Where? Oh, vector 3. New, not vector 3. My bad. What do you mean attempted to call a vector 3 dot value? Oh, that's because it put the parentheses without regards to my old parentheses. So yeah. And you were not in the right Y position, but you still got it, bro. So we should negative x dot position y, and then might as well n dot L1 dot size dot y should equal x dot size dot y. So yeah. And apparently y cannot be assigned to, so we'll just control x at 0, comma, that, comma, 0. And we'll just set that to size, and we'll, I don't know, we'll just, yeah, plus equals that. Maybe. Except I have to add vector 3 dot new. Except I spelled vector, not vector. And that should be it. And that is close, but it appears to be disconnected for some reason. Maybe it's because... Maybe it's because top dot position should equal top dot position equals x dot pos et on pos et on. And that was not it, so we'll just revert that. And maybe just add 1 there for good measure. And then we will separate this. Copy this. And paste this more times. Set this to 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. I could set this to function, but I don't really care like it. And first of all, we're going to copy this. Going to copy this. We're going to paste it here. Here. And here. And we're going to copy this. And we're going to paste it. No, not that. Exclude the comma. And no, we do not want to do that. We just want to simply move the negative signs. So yeah. These are both going to become negatives, and pluses. These are both going to become positives, and minuses. And for this one, we're going to reverse all the signs except that one. Plus, minus. And hopefully it should show us a beautiful table with 4 beautiful legs. Except that it's not gonna work because something. Yeah, right there. I need to get out of that mode first. So right there, there's our road plus. Wow, look at these interesting tables we have. With this cool, awesome, sick, epic animation table animation table. So yeah, how epic. Okay, I'm going to now go back into the room, and I'm going to remove those 2 test tables. And yeah, we can go on to locker checking. Yay! Which hopefully will be simple. So we're going to make a configuration. We're going to call this checker handle. We're going to put in a 3 bools. It's going to be check TLab, check locker, check B locker, and we're going to have it have another bool value and call it break obj instead. We're going to have a number value, and it's going to be called break time to check. And we're going to have another bool value, and we're going to call it check every rebound. And for testing purposes, we're going to have these 3 enabled for now. And then here we're going to define a empty list, which will be called check object, which will equal to curly brackets. And we're going to define a function called function check single LKR for locker and LKR for the locker. And just for now, we're going to set a local LKR to equal workspace. And then we're going to copy temporarily a locker there. Copy. We're going to paste a locker into there temporarily. And that's going to be temporarily set to workspace.locker. This will be a temporary temporary value. Yeah. And then first we need to tween to the locker so we can get a local variable, and we'll call it out for outside, and it will equal LKR dot out. And local door will equal. Actually, I'm just going to go into here, go into out, and we are going to copy all of this. and change this to lkr dot out, lkr dot in, lkr dot seal door, lkr dot seal door. That can be lkr dot seal door open, and that can be copied over here and close, and that can be lkr dot dot actually that can just be out dot attachment, and then we can copy this, and that can become att, and then enter can equal att dot enter, and then prox can become att dot proximity prompt, and then the tweens just work themselves. So we are going to run this. We're going to copy this, and that is all, I think, besides char. Yeah, local char can equal pl hide dot care dot, oh no, pl hide can equal att dot pl p p why are you not showing up? P. Oh my gosh. Clear? Yes. PL hide, which is not appearing for some reason. I don't know why. We can YouTube player maybe. No. Object value. We're going hide dot value dot dot character. And then right before, actually no. Yep. It should work, I hope. And I'm going to make a function called check all set in room, which is going to take a room as a model. Which is a model. And I'm going to dash out this temporary LKR variable. I'm going to delete the temporary locker, and I'm going to drag rooms in here temporarily. And we can make a temporary value and call it room equals workspace dot rooms dot a dot room blue locker show off, which is outdated. And then we can do we can do for I comma x and I pairs room dot deco not get children, and then we can do if x dot name if table dot find what's this called? Oh yeah, check obj, and then x dot name then we will check single locker x. And before this, I'm going to do, first I need to define check h, or check handler, which is going to be called check h, or chk. That's going to be it dot checker handler, and we're going to do if check h dot break broke object instead. I'm sorry. Where is it? br break break locker instead dot value, then which basically means if check h dot break locker instead dot value equals true, I'm pretty sure, then I'm moving my computer so I can have semi-proper back support. Then att dot then procs proc dot enabled equals false, and door dot anchored also equals false. Okay, now it's time for the quote-unquote hard part, which is, and also we're going to add another number value, actually an integer value, int value is going to be check how many rooms back. Does that say, oh well, function check. And we're going to have no argument for that. Then we're going to do a for I equals 1, comma, check H. CHJH, check how many rooms back, dot value. I'm gonna actually set I to room. It's actually gonna be game dot replicated storage dot values dot room num, and then we're going to do this. And then at the end, we're going to put a comma and then -1 do, which is just basically going to tell if the for loop that we want to go back, and we'll say for I comma x and I pairs, I pairs, except that we should not use I. We can just replace that with an underscore because it really doesn't matter. Game dot workspace dot spawn rooms dot get children. And speaking of which, I did not mean to do that. We're going to drag the actual rooms back into server storage, and then we're going to do if x dot find first child quote nd.obj then find first child room ID room ID then x dot nd obj dot room ID dot value if that equals I, then we're going to pass it to the check all set in room, which is going to be x. Yeah. And then before we do all this, we can, after the spawn stuff, I guess, but we can do if chkh dot check walker dot value equals just that, then check obj dot table dot add insert, I think. Yeah, table.insert. Check obj dot quote walker. Copy this. Paste it. Paste it again. I'm going to put blue locker in this one and change this one to table. Change check locker to check TLB. And check B locker. And then we can just do if check, chk dot, oh no, oh yeah, I'm typing that right now. If chk dot can sorry. Oh yeah, if we can just straight up just put check into there and check also into there, because if none of these are fired, there is nothing in the table, and when it tries to search for if the thing is in the table, it cannot find it because there's nothing in the table, so it cannot check it. And the 0.5 can be replaced with chk dot, chk h dot check. Wait, sorry. Time to check divided by 2. No. Those stay 0.5, I think. No. Those can be, those can be that, 2. And then we can do this too. I think. Yeah. I think so. Yeah, I think so. I think. And then we're just going to temporarily leave those there, and then we're going to play and see if it works. Yeah. I need dot value after room num. Dot value. So yeah. And also I need to get rid of the temporary value of room. Just like how I got how I removed the temporary value from locker. If you're wondering why the entity is not immediately trying to check lockers, it's because there's a spawn delay. You are not a part of the attachment player hide, so we'll just... That's why I was quote-unquote misbehaving. We can do attachment.parent. Capital P-A-R-E-N-T. Oh my gosh. Parent. Those are supposed to be dot value and dot value, and you are actually supposed to tween to the locker. So we'll just do tween dot create, tween dot create, int, comma, tween info dot new, let's just say RP, 1 divided by CH, wherever RPM is, RPS, yes, SPH, SD, SPDH dot RPS dot value, comma, POS, capital P, OS, ITION, position, equals, out dot POS, ITION. And that should be it. Except I need to actually play the tween and fix that thing. Play. And I need to put this in an if loop. And I need to check local PLY should equal player hide dot value. If PLY, then local char can just equal PLY dot character. So yeah. And hopefully it should work. Why? Oh yeah, this is the error of what happens if you do not run it in an actual room with a room generator. So you see, and it appeared I have forgotten about tables. We can do what to do? I should just probably add dummies to the tables so we can drag out the objects. And what are you missing? Oh yeah, the doors, the 2 doors. I'm going to actually drag this one over here so it is nice and consistent. And we're going to add those missing values back, which is CL door open and CL door close. We can copy this. We can paste it into the table. We can make them do absolutely nothing. We can shrink these down to 0 or 0.01, and we can set its transparency to 1. And then we can go into table and set, yes, primary part is still priac. We can drag these. We can drag them over here and make them basically undetectable. So they are there, but they will not affect anything. And then we will drag them back into objects, and hopefully that fixes everything. We can do it from this one, or the lady. Oh, what? What? What does that error mean? I've never seen that error in my life. And I'm going to actually give you a check value so we can test how many rooms. We can test like 1 room back, 2 rooms back, and I am going to uncheck check TLB to make sure that the checking system works. And check how many rooms back. We can just say 3 or so. And then I can pull up my saved thing, which will not exist for some reason. And we'll just type a new one. For I, comma, x, for I equals 1, comma, 100 maybe. No, just 10, I guess. Game dot replicated storage dot events dot gen fire game local pl r will equal game dot players dot your player name plr dot character dot pivot to game dot replicated storage dot value dot current room dot value dot nd obj dot enter dot cframe. Soon we're going to put this in a script. And then pr dot character dot find first child hide dot value equals true, which will basically, when I run the script, I'm going to go into here, and then I'm going to run the script, and it's going to be 10 rooms forward, except for some reason it does not want to part of that. Maybe if I run it again, maybe? Oh yeah, I should probably add a delay. Task dot wait 1, maybe? We're going to bookmark this. We're going to run this, and we are go back. Since I am hidden, the entity cannot kill me. And I can go here. Hello. I can enable int handler. And we can watch this entity come. Except it did not stop for some reason. That is probably due to the fact that time to check is set to 0 instead of set to a reasonable amount, like 1. And then we're going to run this script with this tiny thing again. And then we're going to go to workspace. We're going to let this guy enable. Make sure you do it on server side because it's not going to work client side. And then, whoa, look, he's checking 4 rooms behind? And then taking his sweet despawn time to despawn. But why is he checking 4 rooms behind? Is the real question. Maybe I can just but I'm going to actually change this to check how many rooms back to. Yeah, check how many rooms back is fine, because it implies that the initial room is checked. So this is actually correct. And then we can add the check and the rebound. So, yeah. Time to do that, we can just maybe 2 current and then check. And then 2 current. After 2 current is where you want to place your check. So we are going to enable rebounds, but not enable the check every rebound to see if the script behaves. So yeah. So yeah. Look, he goes back and then he should rebound. And then not check that. Except that I actually forgot to implement the logic for that. So, yeah, if check h dot value. Sorry, check h dot check every rebound dot value, then this check should occur. So that is my fault, not the entity's fault. And I'm going to actually set your RPS to, let's just say, 5. Then file, save, and then file, download a copy. Because we always want physical copies. I call this your Roomsgame name, and then _1. Because we just had a major implementation of a major feature. I should have done this, and the first and second videos, but I did not. So yeah, we can just run that and then we can delete this. We can go into the entity template. We can set its check how many rooms behind to 0, because we only want it checking the initial rooms for time, and then we can enable. And then here it comes. It seems like we have missed the rebounding, so we can disable that if we have not despawned, and re-enable, and then go in really, really quick, which should reset his spawn. This happened because I forgot to check if or I equals 1. also needs to go into there. So it will check it on its first rebound and nothing else. And that's supposed to be equal 1, not equal 1. I should know better. It's the same in Python, but yet I, still in my ignorant bliss, foolishly make the same mistake. And I am going to actually run the script 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Or this, taskbar script, whatever it's called. And then, since I did not change it in normal, and not sorry, my bad. Since I changed it in run mode, I have to check how many lockers back to 0, and then I can enable and go in really, really quick. And, did I enable the script? Yes, why? Oh yeah, he's coming, I think. This will take him a bit, because I made him that way. Oh, yeah, I know what it's occurring. The sound is not reaching far enough because it keeps on going out of bounds. So we're going to scroll down here. We're going to turn streaming enabled to off, I think. Or maybe it is another. Yeah, I think it's streaming enabled. Maybe? I'm not sure. Yeah, it's streaming. So instead of Roblox unloading everything once it reaches a certain radius, it will no longer do that. And I'm only going to run it 3 times at a time. So I can still hear. So I should go here, and every room should be loaded. Which it is, which is good. And I need to do the same process to you as I did last time. So select, go into here, going to set you to 0, and then we're going to quickly enable and go back. I did not enable, and quickly enable it and go back into the thing. So all the rooms are loaded and I can hear him properly. And then he should only check this rebound if we come here, which we did. But he is now not in line with the door. But, oh well. And now we can, first of all, turn on this. Second of all, and set this to 0. And then, do the whole thing. Do the whole thing again. 1, 2, 3. And then go into here. Get end.template. Enable it. Sorry, underscore template. And then enable its script so it can move. So that's a mouse. On this rebound, he should also check the lockers and all the rebounds on the list. Which the answer is yay, yippee, yes. And this is a very big yippee yay success. Since hopefully they did what they were supposed to, and then we're going to uncheck all of these values and set RPS back to 1 because we want to leave the init model as unchanged as possible. The template. We're going to drag you into entities, but not put you in a specific room. And we are going to make a silly little entity. And no, first I'm going to change A60's jump scare sound because I forgot to do that. So yeah, and A60 will be the base of this. But first I need to change the jump scare sound before anything else can happen. So kill JSA60 JS. And I actually had an idea. What if we sent this to the kill script? Instead of having jump scare. Maybe, possibly, it will work. So, script.js. Sorry. First, we're going to do local n equals n dot parent equals player GUI, and then we're going to set this to n dot bg maybe n dot bg and n dot image maybe, and then n dot destroy maybe, n, and then n dot destroy maybe. Yeah, maybe something like that. But where's the place where it enables the other jump scare to occur? Because did I just not include it? N dot jump scare 2 dot enabled equals true. Maybe something like this will work, maybe. Possibly. I did not mean to do that. So let's just temporarily drag A60 back into entity. One, two, three, four, five. Question mark? Yeah, 5. Oh. Wait for all the A10s to pass. Go into my model and uncheck hide. So I can be brutally murdered by A60. Potentially. What? What? So there was something wrong. Kill 13. 13. We've cleared. What is wrong with that? Oh, it's you. I misspelled local. That's it. We're going to go here. And we're going to delete this. And run it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. And what went wrong? This is because that needs to be end.js, not script.parent. And hopefully it should work. We're going to go here. We're going to pull that up again. Do the same process again. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think. I can be jump scared by the same entity twice. It is a success. Now it is time to do the same thing with A10. Which is copy this. And first of all, we're going to replace script.parent with N. Edit and advance. Replace script.parent with N. Going to cut this, delete this, go into kill, go here, local N equals, oh no, I should not have done that, oops, oh no, no. I'm gonna have to edit that out, like, legit, I'm going to have to edit that out, and I'm not gonna like it, because it's gonna take, 15 more minutes, but oh well, that's what it's done is been done. Are you there? You're supposed to be here. No. Reconnect now. Okay, I'm back, and hopefully, anyways, local N equals that N, except that is not how you spell local. N can equal that, and then all the N code goes down in there. So yeah. And that should work, I hope. And we can do the same thing with the same thing. But only 10. should be able to get killed again. I mean, get bit by a thing again. And have a jump scare. In reality, you would probably want your jump scares, like, very deadly, like 50 to 100. A10, come here. Why are you not working now? Is it because you still have your jump scare, perhaps? And maybe that's why? That is why, I think, I hope, I plead. And if a 10 does not immediately kill me, and I get jump scared again, then it should be able to jump scare me again. I hope. A10, please. Thank you! And for future, I'm going to set you to 50. And set a 60 to, I don't know, 60. And we're going to set int.template to, which I also need to do, but I can luckily just copy and paste. I can set your damage to 100. Anyways, time to make a locker checking entity out of a 60 as the base. And we're going to delete this int handle, and we are going to copy the int handle and the checker handle from here, and we are going to paste it into here, which hopefully should work. And we'll make you check lockers with a 1, a time to check of 1, and I'm going to test break shock objects instead because I forgot to do so. And so yeah. I will make you. Anyways, now it's time for. Time for sounds. Or maybe I should do visuals. Yeah, I should do visual first. So I'm going to delete point not that far. I'm going to bring you two to a lovely cyan. Cyan. going to copy, paste this. I'm going to paste this. I'm going to open my asset manager, my asset holder, where I hold all my assets, while I choose faces. I'm going to temporarily delete pasting. I'm going to go into kill, JSA60, image 2, jump scare 2, and I'm going to remove all of this. It's all gone. And I should do that for the other, for A60, but oh yeah, whoops, I forgot to change A60 jump scare, which was like the whole entire point of doing this, but oh well, I'll change it later. And then I will go to Toolbox and search for scary face. You can also do searches like creepy faces and horror face. I'm going to get you. I need to stop double clicking and instead start single clicking. I'm going to get you. 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 And let's search up scary eyes, actually. And I need to save my progress before it gets deleted by running out of Wi-Fi or whatever. By not running out of Wi-Fi. By, you know what I mean. I'm gonna go here, get that one, because I think that one's pretty cool. And maybe this one also. I'm going to be basing this roughly off of A100 from Intemperable Room, so yeah. Excuse me, I select all of these, and your parent will come face change. Your face off as set will be like 20, and you will have no rotation. But you will instead change every 0.1 seconds. We're going to, first of all, change the initial scary face to this one. And this goes for image and image 2 too, which also need to be graced with the glorious Cyan Bible. I do not know why I said it like that. Also, the face change too. Paste. Paste. We're going to change you to face 2. And we're going to go into JSA60 and rename it to JSA100, maybe? Except I need to actually give you a 1, so I'm just gonna call you A105 and change that jump scare to A105. Yeah, and that should automatically update. And JS, we'll figure that noise out later. We'll go into kill, set to black, cyan, and white. And then we'll set you to 0, cyan. No, first this aquamarine color and then cyan. because I think it would be interesting. And then we are going to do something unique. We are going to multiply, increase on the y-axis by maybe 1.2 or something like that. And welcome back to this beautiful asset world, which includes assets I did not make or draw. And we are going to select this beautiful slash effect by somebody who I do not know. And then I'm going to... Don't laugh. Going to paste this into here. And then, wow, beautiful. And I'm going to actually bring back the negative 255. Point light, it makes it look black, but it's not really because of the offset. And we are going to start on sounds, which first one will be jump scare. Because it is the most forgettable one. I accidentally deleted it. And we are going to go to audio and search up scary sound. Maybe something like this, maybe? Then we can remove its coarse effect and make it maybe 0.8 perhaps. Except we need to get rid of the first, like, 3 seconds of silence, maybe? I think so. 3, 7, 7. Except, no, the first 2 seconds, maybe? 1.8. Actually, 1.5 seconds, maybe? Maybe slow it down. Maybe something like that. And then maybe we can make it have a lot more low, like 5, maybe. And then we can actually, like, sound. What is that? I think it'd be funny if I use that. Because I have no idea what it is. And then maybe a flang. And 2 reverbs, maybe. With the 4. Yeah, that looks good. Let's give it its own unique spawn sound. The second most forgettable thing. And we're going to Oh, I remember this sound. I've been trying to find it for ages. I'm going to actually pitch it down to 0.2 maybe. Maybe this should be its ambience. I think it sounds cool. Nah. Sounds too majestical. And I'm going to run to see how you looky. Yeah, you look good. I'm going to set your here's RPS to maybe 5. Give you spawn cooldown of 3. Disable. Actually, give you despawn center, but a despawn value of 0, perhaps. And then I'm going to drag you into service storage, and then drag you into A. And then I need to change your spawn room spawn. Set you to 105 and give you a spawn. Spawn off. Oh yeah, that's for center. I mean, I'm going to give you a 8 on the chance scale. I will change these values later. And then I'm going to go do the typical thing and such and thing. And go 98 instead of 10. So yeah. That was a lot of A10s. And then when we open spooky door 100. 105, my bad. Should take you significantly less amount of long time. So I'm going to hide under this fancy new table to avoid you. And then the spooky bush guy should be spawned in A105. Except I need to enable his int handler. My bad. Except I need to do that server side. Also my bad. Enable. So I'm going to go fix that in like not test mode when I'm not testing. Where's bro? And he spawns lockers before, he checks lockers before despawning. So I don't like that. I'm going to remove despawn center and instead go to rebound handler and have rebound, which he does not rebound, but he will have rebound, I hope, if I programmed everything right. correctly? Yeah. Yes, no. Where is the half rebound? Where is half rebound? Where did I implement that? Oh yeah, down here. So, you need to go. You need to get out of here and get here, I think? And then we can do this also, I think? And then get rid of that, maybe? Yeah. Spawn from front equals true. Except you should be two current, and you should be from current. But I could also achieve the same thing with rebounds, but it is much might as well fix that problem right now, and I'm going to set this to 103 instead of 90. Whatever. I'm going to go hide as I saw a 60. The multiple layers. The multi monsters. And I'm going to advance the door 105, and hopefully you should come here, check lockers, and then leave. But why is he despawning so early is my quizzical question. Does check? No. Why are you despawning early? Why do you spawn early? Is there something in check? No. It's because I... Yeah. You should... Why aren't you doing... You should check and then have rebound. Back. But, oh well, since that did not work, we are going to go the rebound method, which is can rebound. Rebound set to 1. And then check handler enable. Check on every rebound. But since there's 1 rebound, it will only check it once, I hope. And yeah, and he's actually breaking that. So I should make sure he's doing that too. I mean, they. 2 A105s. And an A16. And yep, there they go. The 2 Lovebird A105s. And just kidding, we're not shipping room entities here. And what happens if I stay in Sketty Locker? Then hopefully I should be kicked out and jump scared. Yep. And it appears I have been flung out of the map. And it also appears that A105 is not stuck. And yay! That's it. Except I need to make sure that he's actually breaking lockers and not checking them, because I actually set it in there, I think. Entities, A105, check handle. Yeah, break instead of check. So they should be breaking and not checking. I think so. Going to go into here, and before A60 can kill me, I'm going to delete them. Oh no, oh no, oh no. A10, A10, A10. I died, I think. Be gone. Hopefully. Oh, I died. Me when I'm on my way to heaven, or wherever people go when they die. Hashtag relatable. I'm sorry, that's cringe. I don't even believe it. What am I talking about? Is that 2 or 1? 2. Now, when I check this, it should be... Yeah, it's not working, and you should be unanchored. Yes, you are. And I am going to try the apply impulse thing, and it will probably not work. And before I forget, I'm going to copy this script, the int handle for 105, and paste it into there. Going to copy A105, since we did modifications on it, go into here, and we're going to paste it into there and not uncheck it, because we need it checked. So yeah. And then we're going to go here, and then we are going to run this one, I think. And this one, we're going to with 3 guns. Shoot. And of course, it did not work. Please, somebody in the comment section, tell me why it does not apply the But now, that should be it for today's video. So yeah, come back, next episode where I will be making, spawner entities like A300 and A120. So, like, yeah, come back please.